save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well. Yeah, that's the opening anyway. That's how I'm supposed to. That's what I'm supposed to open with. Okay. The bottom line is I'm not doing well. I'm having some issues, and I'm going to present them to you in a moment. But I will let you know that I do have a package. Package came from Blow Out of Here Video. I do a lot of business with Blow Out of Here Video. They are through eBay. You can go on eBay, type in Blow Out of Here Video, and you will find their site. They sell movies, music, and toys, and they seem to be my go-to place lately. I had a comment not too long ago. Somebody wanted to know where I've been getting most of my stuff, or where I get most of my stuff now that the stores have no longer they no longer sell physical media. Like if you go to a Walmart, you're very rarely going to find what you're looking for. You go to a Target, you're going to rarely find what you're looking for. And I can't even think of another place in my area that I can go besides a Target and Walmart. So yeah, Blow Out of Here has been my place for any new release that I'm looking for. And they always have a special going on. It's always like 20% off 3 items or 15% off 3 items. So you end up getting a good deal. So, and on top of that, you could do the pay in 4 situation. If you have Pay and Pal, if you have PayPal, you could do the Pay in 4. So let's say you wanted some new release came out, and you're gonna spend over $30 on this new title. Let's say you're looking for a steel book that you can't find in any store. Well, more than likely, Blow Out of Here is gonna have it, and you're gonna pay $30 for it. And when you pay $30 for it, you could do a Pay in 4 installment. It'll cost like $8 and change or whatever for the steel book, and you pay that bi-weekly. And it's to me, I don't know, it's just less stressful. A lot of stress. But before I open up my package that came in today from Blow Out of Here, I want to talk about. I'm gonna get a little deep today. I'm gonna get a little deep with you today, and it has to do with family, but not real family. Let me make that clear. Not family like moms and dads and like people. It's people that come up to you, that that come to you as friends, or come to you as people that you are supposed to trust. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I am just a very naive person, because I have taken people in that I truly felt were going to be something special in my life, and I get a complete turnaround. Something goes wrong, and they go from being the sweetest, most helpful, wonderful people in the world to knocking me down as low as they possibly can, and making me feel less of a person than I am.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
It's a deep struggle that I've been struggling with for absolute years and years and years. And I always consider myself to be a person that is a good judge of character. You know, I usually I remember when I worked in the mill, there was this guy in particular. I think his name was JC or JT. He was known by initials or whatever. Doesn't make any difference anyway. But I worked with the guy, and I befriended the guy, and the guy would tell me stories about his life and personal situations and stuff like that, and I would tell him stories about my life and personal situations and stuff. And I thought we had like this bond, you know, we were like bonding, you know, we had this friendship, but it was a work friendship, just a work friendship, you know. Not most of my friendships don't leave work, okay? They stay in the workplace, with the exception of one in particular in my life where it left work, and it made it into a bigger realm into my life. But this guy in particular, you know, I befriended him, and I was at the time a union official at the workplace. So I was I was a shop steward and a union official. So if you don't know what a shop steward is at the job, is when you work for the union and you have a problem with the bosses or the company or whatever, then you come to your shop steward. Your shop steward then in turn goes to the union president and kind of preaches the case of what the problem is that the person is having. And then next thing you know, you're either in you're in an office, and you're having like a meeting with the head honchos and everything, and you gotta straighten everything out for these people, and you gotta make everything better for these people, because I don't know, in your heart sometimes, this is the way I felt. Okay, these people didn't have a voice, and I was their voice. This is the way I've always kind of felt. I needed to be a voice for somebody, and so yeah, I befriended this person, and we got along really good. And the next thing you know, I have to go to this union meeting, and he ends up. So he busted up the machine. Okay, I knew he busted up the machine. The machine was busted. He left a screwdriver on the belts of the machine. The machine went running, and the chains broke, and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of damage. They gave him a 3-day suspension, and he wanted to get paid. Let me check the. Okay, I gotta do that little quick Elvis thing. He got a 3-day suspension, and he wanted me to make sure that he wanted to get paid for the 3 days that he got suspended for. He wanted to get paid for the 3 days, and he wanted them to take back the write up, and they wanted everything straightened out. Well, I went into the grievance meeting, and I had the meeting with the owners and the supervisors and all this other stuff, and I ended up getting him 2 days out of the 3. And I come back and I'm like, oh, I'm like, I got you 2 days. You're gonna get 2 days paid, and you're all set. So you out of work for 3. You're gonna get paid for 2. And the guy got mad at me. He got mad. He's like, listen, but you were supposed to go in and you were supposed to fight to get me to 3 days. And I'm like, did you break the machine? He goes, yeah. He goes, I left the wrench on top of there, and then they turned the machine on, and then when they turned the machine on, the wrench got sucked in and busted all the chains and the belts and everything. And I'm like, okay, so you were wrong. And I still went in there and I fought for you, and I got you paid for 2 days out of the 3. But you're mad at me because you did break the machine, and you wanted me to go in there, and I went in there and I lied for you, and I stuck up for you, and I backed you up, and you're upset with me now because you didn't get the 3 days, you got the 2 days instead. When really you should have got fired. You should have got fired for neglect. You should have got fired because you destroyed thousands of dollars worth of machinery. You should have got fired. I stopped you from getting fired, and I got you paid for 2 days. And the guy held a grudge to the point where he started getting other employees turning on me. He contacted the union. It was a whole big thing. That was one of my first situations where I realized that sometimes when people come up to you and they got that hand around your shoulder, and they're telling you that they're listen, we're like family, we're like family. I got your back, and I always have your back, and they tell you all these things, and then you come to find out down the road, it's like, yeah, So this got brought up at my therapy session the other day. As I was like, I said I've worked at all these places, and they always put their arms around me and tell me that they're like family. We're gonna be a family. We're gonna be a family. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. You guys are absolutely right. You are truly like family, because it's a disgruntled family. It's a disturbed family. It's a messed up family. And I've come from a messed up family, so I'm like, you guys are exactly what I've tried to escape all my life. And that's the thing that's been kind of gets me. And so it's like, it's like when I tell you I got your back, or I'm there for you, or we're like family and I treat you like family, or I love you, I care about you, whatever it is, I back it up. Okay. I'm not going to go behind your back and talk bad about you. I'm not going to go and 1 minute tell you you're the best person in the world, and the next minute tell you you're the worst person in the world. I'm not gonna go tell other people and get them to turn on you, or listen. That's just not me. It doesn't benefit me in any way to make somebody else hurt, and that's kind of where I struggle. I struggle a lot with that, because I'm like, I'm looking for family. I didn't have much of a family when I was little. When I was little, my family is very. If you were to crawl into my head, there's like picture the head, okay? And I would love to be able to be animated on this, because this would just blow your mind. But picture the head, and half of your brain is like, functions regularly, and the other half of your brain functions regularly. Then the center part of your brain is where it's just darkness. You've blacked out most of your things. You can't remember most of your things. What was said to you when you were little, and what was said to you when you were a teen, or whatever it is. There's just things in your head that you just can't seem to like either you don't want to remember them, or they're just blacked out. They're blacked. So when I picture my brain itself, it's like there's like that. You picture your brain, it's like a pink type thing. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of horror movies. I know what brains look like. They're like a pink type thing on your head, and I just picture mine being like separated, and in the center is just blank space, and within that blank space is just confusion and anger and frustration, and that search spot where you're looking for like some kind of like, I don't know, like an arm around you or a hug or like a positivity or like I come home from work sometimes and I tell my wife, I go, well, she comes home from work and I'm like, okay, give me some good, tell me something nice, tell me something good, give me some, tell me something positive. I tell her, tell me something positive, and then she's like, she pauses for a minute, looks at me like I'm crazy, and then she can't give me anything. And sometimes right there, I'm like, you know what? I want to hear something good. I want to hear something positive. Tell me something. And then she'll go on about her day and her work and this, that, and things I know nothing about. Okay, I have no clue what she's talking about. And 'cause I don't work with her. I don't know the girl she works with. I don't know the guy she works with. I don't know anybody she works with. Matter of fact, I think I've stepped into her work spot maybe about 4 or 5 times my entire life, and she's been there for like 10 years or whatever, 12 years. I don't even know how long she's been. Long time. And I don't know these people. I don't know these people. I don't know the stories you're telling me. I don't know anything about it. But that's not the positivity I'm looking for. I'm looking for like, hey, you know what? Things are gonna get better, or life isn't gonna be hard forever, or one day things are gonna look up, something like that. So last night I get a message from this person that I haven't spoke to in years, and the message was, it had to do with my best friend that passed not too long ago, passed in November, and something I did not know about this person, and something that I probably could have did without, and it's in talking about it actually is probably going to get me a little bit emotional. I'm going to have a little bit of a hard time expressing this, but it was very strange, and well, not strange, but it was sad, very sad. So what was said in the message was that the person, my friend that just, well, when I say recently died in November, he got hit by an Amazon truck, which is kind of ironic for this channel since I am a media collector that gets constant packages from Amazon. But that's what happened. He was driving, I believe, home from work on his motorcycle, and Amazon truck went around the corner and clipped him, or he drove right into it. I didn't get 100% the story or whatever, but it got so bad where surgery, and he banged his head, and I got bits and pieces. I tried not to get too into it because I had this strange feeling that this wasn't going to turn out well. And when I have that feeling that things aren't going to turn out well, I kind of want to remember people for the way that I remembered them, if that makes sense. Like I'd rather remember this person for the guy that he was, talking to me and standing there with a cup of coffee and having a conversation. I don't want to remember you laying in a casket. I don't want to remember you in a hospital with tubes up your nose, or on a machine that's keeping you alive. I don't want to remember you for that stuff. I want to remember you the way, where, in a positive way, in the way that made me happy. You know what I mean? So I get this message last night, and it was like, I just wanted to let you know that prior to his death, he was talking to my husband, and he said he was ready to go. He just said he was ready to go, and he said that he was tired and ready to go, and tired and ready to go. And it hit me. I'm like, is that all it takes? Is that all it takes, is for you to be just tired and ready to go and just give up? So when you have been pushed so far and you just don't want to deal with life no more in general, you just kind of just give up, and you look up at the sky and you say, okay, it's time for me to go. And then next thing you know, you're there. I don't want to go like that. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want that to happen. Not yet anyway. I feel like I got a lot to do right now. I got a lot more to offer, a lot more to, and right now what I'm looking for is something. There's something that's missing that I'm trying to figure out what it is. and I can't seem to figure out what it is. Now I'll tell you one thing. I want to see, before I drop dead, this channel hit at least 10,000 subscribers. That's one thing I would like to see. So I'm not giving up anything till I see that happen. And that I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. I hope it does, but I don't think it's going to. But I have I actually do watch a lot of YouTubers that have thousands and thousands of subscribers, and I'm going to throw it at you. They suck. They don't put half the effort in that I do, but maybe they're just a little bit more charismatic or a little bit more interesting, or I don't know what it is. I have no idea. I sit in front of this thing and I unbox things. Why? Because I don't like to leave the house, because I don't want to go out and about and shopping, and I don't want to go show you guys a night with me or whatever. Having there isn't a night out there. I work, I come home, I record, and I edit, and I publish, and I wait for my media to come in. Sometimes I watch movies. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I unbox my toys and just put them back into the box, or I display them in my display cases. That's what I do. It's not a very interesting life. You know, it's for me to be videotaping my entire life. Wouldn't it be interesting to you? Now, when I talked to my counselor, I told my counselor I wanted to record our sessions, or I was just going to come out and just repeat them on the camera. Her mind was blown. She's like, why are you coming here if to have a confidentiality type situation, but you're going to sit in front of a camera and you're going to tell them everything that you say to me? To me, I told her, I said, that's therapeutic. It's therapeutic for me to sit here and talk to these people, because literally you guys are safe friends. Okay, you're safe friends. Okay, listen, you can say whatever you want to say about me in the comments. You can ask me whatever questions. You can write whatever you want to write, whatever, and I can acknowledge it. And I'll tell you right now, in my entire time of doing this channel, and I believe it's been over 3 years or whatever, I've gotten one negative comment. You know, everything's been very positive. And to me, that's the question I ask my wife when I come home from work. I'm like, tell me something positive. The sad thing is I got to wait to get a response from somebody that watches my channel to get that something positive. And it's a temporary happiness. You know what I mean? Like I'll read somebody's positive message and like, oh, I really love your channel, and that's it, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work, and this, that, and the other thing. And I'll go out. I'll be like boasting. I'll be like, yeah, and I'll go out and tell my wife, or I'll tell my kids, or I'll tell them, I just got this comment, and I'll read the comment. I'm all excited about the comment, whatever. And then they're like, they always got something to say. There's always something they got something to say that will knock me down a couple pegs. It'd be like, oh, you can't be this happy all the time. We got to bring you back down to reality. We got to bring you back down to that humble state where it's like, you know what? You still got to keep working harder. You got to work harder, and you got to push harder, and you got to do more, and you got to get people to understand you more. And listen, you only got this many subscribers. I get that all the time. You only got this many subscribers. You only got this many viewers. I am very proud to say that I do get a count of how many people are viewing my channel, and when I see that I got 250,000 people watching me, that means a lot to me. Okay, I could only wish that I had 250,000 subscribers, but there is 250,000 people watching this channel. Not specifically this episode, but an episode within the whole month is 250,000 people, which is, to me, that's a big deal. I mean, that's a lot. That's a big amount of people that are sitting behind the screen, either on their phone or the tablet or the TV, and they're watching me and listening to me talk about this stuff and unbox things or whatever. So what I'm gonna leave this on a positive note before I open up my blow out of here video thing, and just tell you that I consider you guys family. I consider this a safe place. I consider you guys to be safe people. I don't have any fear when I'm sitting behind this camera. I don't feel like you're gonna knock me or attack me, or I'm gonna be hurt in any way, shape, or form. I also think that because of this whole brain thing and the center of numbness, I don't think there's anything anybody could possibly say to me anymore that could possibly mess me up any more than I am already messed up. When I went into the therapist's office, I looked at her and she goes, why are you here? And that was a question. I was like, why? And it was an easy answer. And usually I don't have easy answers. Usually I have to think about these things. But I was like, I looked her right in the eyes, and I said, I'm broken, and I need you to fix me.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
That's what I need. I am a broken person that needs to be fixed. Okay. I don't know how you're gonna do it. I don't care how you're gonna do it. Okay. I don't know. You would need all the super glue in the world. It would have to be Gorilla Glue times 10 to get the pieces of brokenness back together again, which is me. But I don't think it's gonna get any better. You know, I would love to be more positive about it, but it just seems like every day it's just something worse. You know, I came from a job that I absolutely loved. Okay. And I walked out of the job because of a situation. And after I walked out of the job, I looked back at it and I was like, you know what? I love this job. Why did I leave this job? What was going on? But I was being like bashed and hurt and attacked or whatever. But my focus was always on the kids. It was always on, you know, even though these people are terrible people, you know, or whatever, you know, I'm doing this for the kids. You know, these kids need somebody to take care of them. And if I'm not going to do it, none of these other people are going to do it, because most of these people that are doing this stuff are doing it for the money. They're doing it for the money. They're doing it because they just want to fill their pockets. They don't want to. Listen, I don't want to fill my pockets. I want to fill my heart. Okay, listen, you can make that a meme. Listen, I don't want to fill my pockets. I want to fill my heart, because right now I feel extremely empty. I have parents that call me, text me, ask me questions all the time. They're always asking me advice about things. Oh, you have 4 kids of your own. You've taken care of hundreds of people's kids, hundreds of kids, and hundreds of parents' kids and everything. And I need advice on this. I need advice on that. I need advice on this. And I'm able to distribute tons of advice and good advice. But in my own home, I can't seem to get it right. Isn't that the craziest thing? Isn't that crazy that out there, people are looking at me as a role model figure, you know, as, hey, you know, the kids are looking at me as a role model figure. These parents are looking at me as a role model figure. You got 4 kids. They're all got decent jobs. They're all doing their own thing, and they got this stuff going on. And they're looking at me as this role model figure. And I'm like, I'm broken and I need to be fixed, you know, but I'm going to give you the motivation that you want and you need. So when I get these messages and I get these phone calls and I get these comments and I get these from these parents and everything, when they're done talking to me, they're using the knowledge that I give them to help them with their kids, to help them with their families, to help them with the situations that they're in. And it's working for them. What I don't get is why it's not working for me. Like, why am I still like this person? Why am I still miserable most of the time? Why am I still having issues with my kids? Why am I still having issues with finances? Why am I still having issues with it's a matter of the heart. That's what it is. It's a big matter of the heart and a matter of the head, because I'll tell you, my brain just does not function the way my wife always says. I'm gonna do my wife Jay Leno impression. Yeah, nobody thinks like you. Nobody thinks like you. You're the only one, and this is why you struggle. You struggle because nobody thinks like you, and your mind doesn't stop. And you listen. I don't sleep at night. I am tossing and turning, and I am up at least every half an hour, 45 minutes. I am up. I sleep with an iPod under my pillow, and I press play on it, and I listen to whatever. I might be listening to either motivational speakers. I'll listen to sermons. I'll listen to lately I've been listening to a lot of documentaries on like different music artists or whatever. I've been on a King Diamond kick lately, and Merciful Fate, and War kick. So I've been listening to a lot of documentaries on that stuff there. But what happens? I'll listen to it and I'll doze off and I'll fall asleep, and then I'll wake up again. And I'll hit play again to start it from the beginning again, and I'll listen to it again, and I'll doze off and I'll fall asleep. I never fully complete it, but I'm constantly waking up, hitting play. It goes on all night long. Now, some of you people and my doctor said to me, you should go to sleep without any anything playing. It should be completely quiet when you go to bed, so that way your mind could. But that's the problem. There's the problem right there. Is if I don't have something playing in the background, my mind starts working overtime at night, and it does not stop. And because my mind is working overtime at night and does not stop, I can't sleep. I'm worrying about bills. I'm worried about my kids. I'm worried about other people's kids. I'm worried about other people's problems. I'm worried about the things that I just got done saying to somebody. I'm worried about what somebody's gonna do to me next. What person that tells me they love me and cares about me and that we're family and we're best friends and I'm gonna take care of you and you're the best thing that ever happened to me in the world. Who's gonna screw me over next? I'm worried about that because my trust is just not there anymore. I've lost faith in I haven't lost faith in God and faith in a spiritual being and faith in I haven't lost faith in that. I've lost complete faith in like people in my life, like personal people in my life, figures that have looked me straight in the eyes and told me that I meant something to them. I'm losing it. I'm losing my complete faith in these people. And I used to have a pastor that used to tell me all the time, you can't be a people pleaser. You can't be and I did not understand what that meant. And I'm still doing it. I'm still answering the calls at 2:00 in the morning, or I'm still getting back to the messages from whatever, because I'm trying to help these people, help these people, help these people, help these people, help these people every day, help these people. And then I'm like, who's helping me? I'm paying a co-payment to a therapist to help me, when the people that are telling me that they love me and we're family and I'm gonna take care of you and I got you under my wing, you're right here under my wing, they ain't taking care of me. They ain't taking care. I can't even get a positive message. Like I come home with tell me something positive, please listen, I had a rough day, just tell me something positive. I mean, and I'm not looking for like, hey, we just won the lottery. I'm looking for like I don't know, yeah, we just pay. The cable bill's been paid, or just something, or what? Oh, hey, you look like you lost a couple pounds. Or hey, lie to me. I don't care. Whatever you gotta do to make me feel a little bit positive, okay? And I'm just not getting it. I'm just not getting it. And I'm starting to find myself becoming more of a recluse. Is that the word? A recluse? I'm starting to move my life into this room and stay in this room. And when I come home, I come directly into this room. And when I go to bed at night, I'm still in this room. When supper is ready or it's time to eat or whatever, I'm eating in this room. I am becoming like a hermit. I am living, sleeping, breathing in this room. The only time I leave is to go to work. And when I come home for lunch, I'm coming home and I'm also coming back into the room. I'll come into the room and I'll sit down on the bed and I'll literally lay down. This is the way it's been for like the last couple months, whatever. I'll come home from the last couple months has been pretty bad. I'll wake up in the morning and I got irritable bowel syndrome so bad. I'm like, I'm not even eating that much anymore because I've completely kind of lost my hunger. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm not even that hungry anymore. Don't know what's going on there. Then I'll wake up in the morning, the alarm clock will go off, I'll go in the morning, and I got this IBS, where I'm trying, but I got nothing to go to the bathroom with because I'm not eating right anymore. And then I'll throw up. And after I'm done throwing up and taking a diarrhea in, and after I'm done with all of that stuff, and then I take my 9 pills that I gotta take in the morning for anxiety, for depression, for stress, for high blood pressure, for high cholesterol, for all of that stuff.
Oh. What?
I get in my car, I go to work, I go up the stairs, I do these breathing exercises, I kneel down and I say a prayer for the kids. I do this every morning. I say a prayer for the kids. I say a prayer for the safety of my wife and my kids, that they got to their job all right and they're going to have a great day. And I just pray for positivity and that there's not going to be any child that gets hurt today, or nothing bad is going to happen today. And I've been doing that for a couple of years now. I couldn't do it prior to that because I would be made fun of for doing that. But I do it now, and it gives me a little bit of peace. But then the issue I'm having is that, wow, why do I have to go through this process every morning in order to get me from point A to point B? and I think a lot of it has to do with what the center, the middle of my that dark spot that is just eating me up inside. You know, it's eating me up inside. There's something going on in my head that's eating me up inside, and I can't figure it out. So if you're listen, if you're going through any of this stuff, or if you've been through any of this stuff, if you struggle with any of this stuff, this is the part where you leave the comments, because the therapist is going to help me along the lines, but you guys have been here. Some of you been here since episode 1. And I want to thank you for that, because I got a couple of people that commented not too long ago. They're like, I've been with you right from the beginning. And 3 years later, that's you put in some time, you put in some effort, listen, you have been with me through some struggles. Listen, there's been a lot of comedy, but there's been a lot of struggles. Okay, and right now I seem to be struggling a little bit. I'm struggling with what I just feel like before it's time for me to leave this planet and go wherever we go, I want to leave some kind of mark. I want to make a difference in a kid's life, or an adult's life, or a teen's life, or somebody. I want to be remembered for somebody that tried really, really hard to make a difference. Because I don't think that the people that live under this roof, I'm starting to feel like they're all going in their own directions, and they're gonna do what they're gonna go do, and they're gonna make up their own minds, and they're gonna live their lives. They're gonna make mistakes just like I made mistakes. They're gonna achieve things like I've achieved things. But if you stop and think about it, it's not about me anymore. My kids are 19 to 26 years old. They're adults. They're not kids anymore. Why am I still taking on the burden of kids that are no longer kids? I did my time. I made my mistakes. I gave my advice. They took it or they didn't take it. They struggle now because they didn't take it, or they struggle now because they did take it. I don't know anymore. I don't think I'm making any kind of impact whatsoever under this roof, besides the fact of sitting in front of this camera and talking to you people. So I got home today, and my package was on the porch, which I'm gonna open in a few seconds, and I turned on my Facebook, and there was this inspirational guy that just popped up on my feed on Facebook, and he was like, it's time to make a change. You gotta make a change. And this wasn't Michael Jackson. It was time to make a change for once in your life. No, it wasn't one of those things. It was like, he was like, you gotta make a change, because if you don't watch what you're doing, this world will run you. It will run you right into the ground. This world will mess you up. It will make you into somebody you're not. You're gonna spend your entire life wishing you were doing something that you should have already been doing, or you should do already. Now, granted, I watched it for a little while, and then I was like, oh, so when are you going to ask me for some money? This is the way my mind works. My mind works is can this person just be honest and be nice and be like, I'm legitimately trying to help somebody here on Facebook, and I'm trying to make you feel like a better person? And I will tell you that when it did end, there was no talk of money. There was no talk of anything. It was just an inspirational thing that this person, a real person, it wasn't like one of these like superstars or movie stars, whatever. It was a real person. And it was pretty much just like, listen, it's all about the soul and your inner thinking. And you wake up every morning with a negative thought in your head, you're going to have a negative day. You wake up every morning with a positive thought in your head, you're going to have a positive day. And I think that's why when I come home from work and there's like so much negativity going on, between, battling with the kids, or I'm battling with this, or I'm battling with that, and then I come home and I'm like, just tell me something positive, because all I've heard all day today was negative. You don't do this right, or you don't do that right, you haven't did this right, you haven't done that right. You know how many times I've had people tell me that I am the most amazing person, and then 4 or 5 hours later, I'm just despicable. I'm a terrible, terrible person.
Come on, beat his ass up. Come on, this guy's weak. Can't do nothing. Harder.
And I'm kind of getting tired of like the wishy-washy backtracking. Am I doing the right thing? Am I or am I not? I mean, don't sugarcoat it. Just tell me. Listen, if I suck, I suck. Okay, just face it. If you suck, you suck. If you're good, you're good. You know what I mean? I don't even know anymore. I'm about ready to just throw in the towel. That's where I'm at right now. I'm not saying throwing a towel meaning like this isn't a suicide video. This is like I'm saying throwing a towel meaning like maybe I need to make some kind of changes in my life. I gotta change things to make myself happy, because right now I just don't feel happy. I don't feel happy. Um, One thing that would absolutely blow my mind, and this is something that you guys could absolutely do, is I would love to wake up one morning, because right now I'm at like 1,300 subscribers and change. If I woke up one morning and I was like at 2,000 subscribers, or 3,000 subscribers, or 4,000, if I just woke up one morning and my subscriber count jumped up that high, that would be something I think that would really boost my confidence. It would make me feel. I mean, if this could be my living, if this is what I could do for a living, is to sit here and unbox things and talk to you people and maybe motivate you people or not motivate you people, or be relatable. So you're kind of like, well, I understand this guy. I can relate to his situations because I've been through it. I know I've been through things with my family. I've been through things at work. I've been through things with people that told me that they loved me and cared about me and told me that they were family and stuff. I've been through all these things. I can relate to this guy. I want to subscribe to this guy. I want to watch him unbox his things. I want to watch him tell stories about his childhood and stories about the things that he purchased and why he purchased them and how he got them, and that's what I want. And one day I wake up and the subscriber count is like at 24, and then all of a sudden it's at 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000. That would be amazing. And I'm sure there's a way to get it done. Even with this channel, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like 3 years worth of hard work. And granted, you know what? I need to humble myself a little bit, because I remember when I hit my first 100 subscribers, I was like, wow, this is amazing. I got 100 people subscribed to my channel, and they're watching me, and this is great. And then when it started getting even higher and higher and higher, I was like, wow, this is great. This is great. This is great. So maybe I'm at a point where I'm like, you know what? But I'm at a point where I want this channel to be like a priority. I want it to be easy. And it's not easy. Doing this channel is not that easy. Sometimes, I'll tell you, sometimes after this camera goes off, I break down. I literally will break. Like a conversation like this today that I have with you guys, this could be one of these things where I shut off the camera, I put on like Pink Floyd The Wall or whatever, and I just sit here and like just cry for like 10, 15 minutes and think back on my childhood and my life and my situations now and the things that are going on with my kids and things that are going on with my family and my people that say that they're my family. And I don't know what's going to happen once this camera shuts off. And that's the crazy part of it. Like right now, I feel good. I feel comfortable. I'm here. I'm talking to you. And I feel like maybe my conversation is helping somebody. Somebody on the other side of this lens here is struggling like I am. Somebody else is thinking the same way. My wife cannot be right about this all the time. She cannot be sitting there saying, you're the only one that thinks like this, and you're the only one, and this doesn't happen to anybody else. It's all you. Your brain is the only. No, it can't be, because I don't think you guys would keep coming back if I only appeal to like a minor amount of people. Obviously, I only appeal to right now 1,300 people, but I'm sure that if you guys shared a little bit more, which I'd appreciate it, and you got other people involved in this stuff, you know what I mean, and you had them say, hey, listen, I found this guy. I had a guy comment the other day, I came from Born to Be Rad, and I will tell you that Born to Be Rad is a YouTuber that I watch, and I have watched for a while now. He started actually after me. And he's got more subscribers, he's got more views, he's got more whatever, and I'm happy for the guy. He lives somewhere in my area, so his first video I ever watched was him doing a like walkthrough of Rocky Point in the area where I live, and I ended up messaging him, and he messaged me back, and I was happy that I was actually, it was like a starstruck type situation, because I was like, wow, this guy's, you know, he's a YouTuber, I'm a YouTuber, he's actually contacted me, and nothing feels better than when you have somebody that you watch all the time and they actually interact with you. And then you got these other guys that got like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers, and they don't interact with anybody, but yet we still keep watching. We still keep watching because they're entertaining, because we enjoy them. Where me, I get up in the morning and I comment on everything. I answer every comment you guys have. Wanna know why? Because I need to stay humble, and I need to realize that every single person that is viewing me is a person that I need to care about. I need to have some kind of feeling towards you people, because I'm like, you know what? If they keep coming back, they must care about what's going on with me, because they want to see what's going to happen next. I told the therapist, I said, I do this YouTube channel. She said it's, you know, that's a little cringy. She said that this is cringy, but then I'm like, I do it because people keep coming back. I said if I felt like I was just talking to myself, then I wouldn't be doing it. But people keep coming back, and maybe they keep coming back because maybe I am hitting certain people. Maybe there are certain people that I'm helping with my struggles. Now, I know there's a lot of people that I'm hurting with my struggles. I know that when my family, when I say mother and father, family, mother and father, which I'm going to make that clear, because I always try to say that clearly, because I don't want to offend any cousins or uncles or aunts or whatever that I love to death or whatever. But the immediate family, you know, when I talk about the struggles that I had as a child, you know, I'm hoping I'm helping somebody, because I work with children. So I know that there's abuse out there. I know that there's things that are going on to little 4-year-olds and 5-year-old children that later on when they grow up, they're going to be just like me. And I can only hope that they want to sit behind a camera and try to help people that are struggling with other things. And I always tell everybody, you know, I had a guy also too who sent me a private message. And he said I didn't want to, I believe his word was, I didn't want to spook you or whatever, or scare you or whatever it was. And I wasn't scared or spooked. In a way, I was saddened by the fact that I did not respond. I guess they were trying to contact me, and they couldn't contact me through the comments or whatever it was. And I felt bad. I felt actually bad that I was like, no, you're not scaring me. Listen, I don't get scared or spooked. Okay, I really got not much to lose at this point in the game, and I'm looking to help. Looking to help people. This is what this channel is about, helping people. This is what I'm trying to do. Like one of the women contacted me, and they were like, you know, I want to know where you get your stuff from. Because media is getting difficult to get, and money is always tough. It's always tough on everybody. I mean, I'm no George Clooney over here. I'm not a superstar. I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't have money falling out of my pocket. I'm not stuffing my mattress with $1,000 bills. That stuff ain't happening. But this stuff comes in somehow, and it comes in somehow because, to me, I feel extremely blessed, and I also seem to have a knack for finding things for good prices. So if you are interested in this kind of stuff, then I'm going to try to help you to get the stuff that you want, because it's the things you want are temporary fixes for terrible situations. That's the way I feel. I mean, me, I'm like, oh, I want this right now, and I get it, and I'm excited about it, whatever. But then, like 2 minutes later, I'm back on the tablet or back on the phone or whatever, and I'm trying to find that next fix. Okay, these are like drugs to me. Okay, my movie collection and my media collection, my toy collection is like a drug. This is literally like a drug. It's a temporary fix that fills me for a temporary amount of time, and then after a while it wears off, and then you're looking for your next fix. That's exactly what it is. I'm always looking for my next fix. I just want to be happy. I think once I found my happiness, I don't think that would be the end of this channel, but I do think that the channel would be a little bit more uplifting. And I don't want to go 3 hours onto this episode. So with that said, please like, share, and subscribe. Get the family involved. We want to talk about family. Listen, tell your wife to subscribe to the channel. Tell your husband to subscribe to the channel. Tell your kids to subscribe to the channel. Watch me or don't watch me. It doesn't even make a difference. The subscriptions is what makes YouTube give me money. Okay, they'll pay me to do what I'm doing over here. Besides that, they don't pay me anything. This is ridiculous. At 3 years, 3 years down the road, and they distribute you $100 after you get so many view times per, like almost 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. I've seen, since I've done this channel, 3 years. Since I've done this channel, I've seen $112, I believe, in 3 years. That's 3 years of work, recording, editing. Not just recording and editing, but I also have a Facebook, an Instagram, a Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, I get those 3, and I'm constantly publicizing it. You know, like I'm constantly announcing that, yeah, this is what's going on next, or hey, here's the link below, or go check the link, or go watch the video. So if I'm not recording or I'm not editing, I'm just laying there watching People's Court or whatever, and I'm sending out these hey, view this, watch this, check this out, see this. You don't want to miss this. Whatever catchphrase I can come up with to try to get you to watch what I'm doing. Because I don't know, I watch me, and I find me to be interesting, and I kind of hope that other people find me interesting too. So if you do, help me out, hit the subscribe button. Talk to your family. Say, hey, next time you're at a party or whatever, you're sitting outside, you got a cookout or whatever, pull up the Melted Movie page and go, hey, listen, subscribe to this guy. Help this guy out. He's been helping us for years now. He's been sitting in front of this camera for years. He's been pouring his guts out to us for years, and I want to help him out. Help. Consider me a friend. Okay, consider me a friend that's gonna be here and is gonna answer your comments. Listen. It's odd, like I said, I got a private message. I got a lot of private messages through Instagram. Some messages are really disturbing, they're not disturbing, but it's like people looking for free stuff. They want something free, all the time. Can you give me some free digital codes? Can you send me some free this? Can you send me some free that? So, and I'm like, dude, I don't give my stuff, like, my collection is my collection. I don't give it away. As far as digital codes, I give them away here, okay? As far as anything else, watch my channel. If you're looking for giveaways or whatever, the giveaways are coming. If you don't know that they're coming, that means you're not even watching the channel. What you're doing is you're looking at my Instagram page and you're seeing what I posted, and then you're like, okay, well, if this guy says he's giving stuff away, then I might as well just hit him up and he'll just give it away, give it to me now. It doesn't matter if I'm subscribed or watching his channel or putting in any time or watching the commercials or anything. You don't care about me. You want something for nothing. I'm not looking for people like that. I'm looking for people that want to be part of this. Okay, when you are investing in helping, sharing, subscribing, doing that, you're investing in me. Okay, it means a lot to me when you comment and I see your little emoji thing or whatever that little thing is there, your little cursor. I'll call it a cursor. Your little cursor with your little picture of whatever it is there, and I know who you are. That means a lot to me. It does. It honestly means a lot to me. There's some people that they just like pop right into my head, and I'm not gonna start shouting them out or whatever, but they comment all the time. Don't be afraid to comment. I got a couple people that like, I've been watching you for years, and I finally had the nerve to comment. Don't be afraid to comment. I'm not gonna knock you, attack you. Matter of fact, I never say anything negative to any of my comments. I always leave everything with hey, good luck, or I hope this helped you out, or you will never get knocked on this channel. I'm not here to judge anybody because I am a mess. Okay, I am not here to mess anybody up because I'm a broken person, and I truly believe that there's other people out there like me. And keep watching the channel. Keep watching the channel and subscribe and help me out. Help me out. With that said, blow out of here video. I got 2 things, and I feel like I need to watch some movies this weekend. So hopefully something good. And there's 2 things with a slipcover. I will tell you that blow out of here, they put them in these aren't bubble mailers there, but they got these little safety things there, and I've never had any issue with any rips or tears or anything. There's 2 titles in here with the packet slip. I will tell you honestly what I paid for each one of these things. If they have the price on here, let me see. Nope. And nope. No big deal. I will tell you that both these together were around $30-something, because the way I do things is that I like to keep it around $40. So that's like $10 PayPal, paying for $10 bi-weekly. I can afford that. I can afford $10 bi-weekly. Ain't gonna kill me. Ain't gonna kill you. You can listen. $10 to most people are I don't know, whatever you guys are into. Okay, let's say you're into scratch tickets. Let's say you're smoking or vaping or whatever your thing is there. Hey, stop vaping and go buy a video or something. So the first movie I have here is a movie, and you can comment below about all these things, okay? Because both of them I don't know. First one is the Blu-ray digital copy with digital of the movie If, and I will tell you that this stars Kaylee Fleming, Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Louis Gossett Jr., and Steve Carell, which I'm guessing Steve Carell and all the rest of these people are doing the voices of these characters here. I don't know hardly anything about this movie except it stars Ryan Reynolds, and I am a gymongous Ryan Reynolds fan because Deadpool is my favorite superhero, and I could not picture Deadpool not being Ryan Reynolds. I'll tell you, if they ever change it and they make like they did with Hellboy or like they did with Batman or whatever. Listen, Batman's, you got to pick and choose which one is your favorite, which one's you're not. Which one's you're not? Is that even a word? Spider-Man's the same thing. Everybody's got their favorite Spider-Man. Everybody's got their same favorite Batman. Everybody's got their favorite Joker. But when it comes to Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, and that's it. Okay, just like Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. Okay, you know, I'm not gonna find a replacement for a Wolverine, and I'm not gonna find a replacement for a Ryan Reynolds. But yeah, this movie, if you've been sitting here for a while, if you've been sitting here for a while, I'm gonna open this thing up and I'm gonna give away a digital code here because you sat here and I appreciate you and you commented and you listened to me, and the next cookout you have, you're gonna talk about how wonderful this channel is and how I give away free this, that, and the other thing. So you can redeem this code for right here. Let me go. And here we go. So we got If, starring Ryan Reynolds. Let me hold that still. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I know that this digital code is 100% good. I know that you're not going to have any problem redeeming it. Please do me a favor and comment below that you did get the digital codes, just so that other people who were a little slow and did not get the digital code will understand that you got the digital code and they didn't. I'm not trying to be mean to people, but that's how I do this on this channel. If you're a subscriber, ring that bell for your notifications, because you never know when I'm going to give something away like this. Okay, digital code means nothing to me. I don't watch my things digital. I don't stream things. I'm not going to watch If on my phone, tablet, or any other format besides my TV. And I have no problem getting up and putting in the Blu-ray. So that's why I bought If. So now you have a copy of If. Thanks to this channel. The next thing I have here is season 3 of Don Mancini's Chucky. I have season 1 and season 2, and I know that this is streaming on something. What is this streaming on? What is the channel that streams Chucky? Sci-Fi Network. I do not have Sci-Fi Network, and even if I did have Sci-Fi Network, I would not stream it. I don't stream because those things freeze up and it messes me up and it just irritates the crap out of me. I do like this series, but I will tell you that when I got to series 2, I was going through like a wicked bad... tell me if this is something that's ever happened to you, okay? You love a movie, or you love a TV show, or you love a franchise, or you love something, you're getting into something really, really good, and you really, really love it, and then you have a terrible thing happen in your life, and you don't want to watch it anymore. You can't bear to watch it anymore. I think when I was watching this, I think I just had... That's when that's exactly what it was. That's when my friend got into the motorcycle accident, when I was watching season 2. And I just started binge watching season 2. I don't even know why. I just started binge watching season 2. So now every time I think about season 2 of Chucky, that's what I think about. And so now I needed to get season 3 because I'm a completist and I want to watch it, but I'm dreading it a little bit because I'm like, is it gonna bring me back? You know, like season 2 brought... Whenever I see the cover or I watch an episode from it, it brings me back. But now, in order to watch season 3, I got to go back to season 2 because it's been so long since in between releases that now I got to go back. I do not know if this has a digital copy. I am going to open up just to see if it has a digital copy. Probably doesn't. Didn't say anything on the cover about a digital copy. If it's got it, I'll give it to you. If not, I got to open this anyway because I do have to watch season 3 of Chucky. Nope, no digital copy. We'll just say season 1, disc 1 and disc 2 of the franchise, and then we have some disc 1 and disc 2 little art stuff going on the inside there, which is interesting. I don't know what's going on with Chucky here in the old series here, but that's what he looks like. And with that said, my friends, yeah, this was a little bit of a this was a downer. this was a downer. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. The one thing I did make very clear to my therapist, I'm like, whatever you get on this channel is real. If you get me on a good day, you might be laughing your head off. You get me on a bad day, you might be crying your eyes out. If you get me on a confusing day or a thought-provoking day, I think this one was more of like a thought-provoking day. I think you got me on a day where I'm kind of like, I'm in between happy and sad and confusion. I'm just a ball of confusion and anxiety and stress and depression and confusion, you know. And I just unloaded probably about an hour's worth of confusion on you. Isn't that great? Isn't that great isn't that great that here in this world I am allowed to upload an hour worth of content of just other organized chaos and confusion.
Oh, that was so stupid.
And now you're probably just as messed up as I am. So if you are just as messed up as I am, just stop for a second. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you later.
You should have saved me some.